actually started when I was part of a leadership group. So one of the things that we had to do as part of being in that leadership group was to look at some issues that was impacting Peoria at that time. And this was around 2018 when there was major closure from 2 Kroger stores. And so that was the impetus for us to look into that issue, why there was food insecurity in Peoria, Illinois. But it was not just food or hunger, it was more that people wanted access to healthy food. That gave us the idea of how can we create a marketplace where a family can be able to afford prices for healthy food at the price point that they can afford, and how can we do it on a consistent basis. So we wanted to create a space where they are seen, heard, and that they could get what they need within their own neighborhood without having to, trek miles to get there or figure out how to get rides to get there or pay for expensive delivery costs, which for a lot of families, that eats into their budget. So that's why when we started Market 309, the location was very, very important to us. Where can we place our market where families can just walk to us? Where they can just, even if they have to catch a ride, it's just 3 minutes away than having to take multiple buses and then figure out how to carry all those groceries back. These are all the things our family need to be able to access healthy food. We're very fortunate to work with a lot of local dietitians who give up their time to volunteer to go out and teach nutrition classes, and we teach it everywhere. Community centers, we'll work in schools, we'll work in nonprofits, we've worked in churches. Wherever there is a space for us in U1, we'll bring our dietitian in. So now we have actually grown where we are actually looking at how do we even expand it from our local grocery, like how do we build a local food system that can support the whole community. That means working with our local farmers. When we look at food insecurity, just don't think that it's only affecting the lower income population or a certain demographic. It is a wide-ranging issue that impacts quite a few people in our community.
I met Pam Ramba. We became friends because of the cultural exchanges and, connection happened. She started sharing about these problems at school, the needs at school, the shortage of breakfast items and other personal items, stuff like that. And before that, we had already started doing a Diwali food drive. Me and my husband went to give the gift, like the big box of items, to school. And then we saw kids walking in the hallway. They started just like yelling, oh, so jumping up and down, and they're just very excited to see somebody new at school. And she said, can you please tell the kids, where are you from? And I said, I'm from India. She said, okay, please, can you come to our class and talk about your country and where you're from and about your culture? And I'm sure. And that's how it all started. It's like 15 years now. I started thinking how can we help the school? And Pam started sharing about the kids that have very low reading levels. And I found out from Mrs. Ramba that the families there are a lot of broken families, single moms. There are a lot of grandmothers taking care of children. Many of them don't go to preschool. Most of them don't go. So it's very hard for them when they come to first grade from kindergarten. And then I thought the easiest thing to do would be reading. One-on-one is you don't have to be brave in a classroom, you don't have to talk to many people. It's just one child at a time. The child with whom we read used to be so excited and I think they were craving that personal attention. It's not about increasing their reading levels and people ask us, have their levels gone up? It's not about that. It's about this connection with children, making them feel special, making them feel loved. As it went on increasing every year, we added more and more programs, and the school became like an extended family. And I'm very, very, very grateful. Peoria will always be my home. Wherever, I don't think I'm ever going to move. It's all because of this community. And when you share your culture with others, there is a closeness that occurs. We come to know about the differences, but we also come to know about the similarities. Doing the food drives, doing the book fairs, the cultural exchange programs, all of this is a means of saying thank you to the community, giving back, and we are really, really very grateful.
My husband and I were in the healthcare field, and in a really little community. We live in a town of 850 people. There aren't a lot of health resources or otherwise, and so we just wanted to keep people out of the doctor's office and out of the hospital. The best way we found to do that is to put a whole bunch of preventative care services into one building so that no one knows why your car's in the parking lot. Fitness center, mental health counseling, Bible studies, support groups, on-site child care while you're using our services, pickleball court, free clothing shop. In rural areas, I think there is a misconception about everyone kind of being in the same pool socioeconomically, and so there are disparities as far as poverty goes. When you live in a small town, there are resources that exist an hour or so away, and over time they move to towns with more amenities, leaving the most vulnerable populations with the least amount of resources. So I actually find that the health disparity widens over time as small businesses go away, as resources go away. So we were looking at kind of asset-based community development, what already existed, and saw that the grocery store was maybe something that we had underrated. The current owner was trying to sell that. I started a conversation with the owner and just said, I think it's really important that a grocery store remain in our town for the overall health of the community. And how can I help with that? That it just really fit with Cornerstone's mission of whole person health. Someday we can incorporate more nutrition education, youth mentorship, other services toward the Cornerstone mission.
At Easter Seals Central Illinois, we are fortunate to have so many women as leaders, innovators, and caregivers. Of these are our employees, board of directors, volunteers, community advocates. It's our moms, grandmas, sisters. Collectively, we come together every single day to move our mission forward. I am so proud to be a team member of Easter Seals Central Illinois, where we can ensure that our children can truly reach their full potential.